What's up everybody, Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Halo Infinite video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Halo Infinite, what is the future of Halo Infinite, how's the game current state, and so much more. So we're going to break it all down, but go to the GameLeap website if you need to climb and dominate, become an Onyx tier player with in-depth advanced VODs, tips and tricks, and so much more. Do yourself a favor and go check it out right now, down below. Now, a lot of people are frustrated with Halo Infinite, and I understand. I understand why you would be frustrated with Halo Infinite. It can be pretty annoying to try to grind the game and play the game a lot, and you feel like no new content's coming in. There's a lot of problems, and things aren't getting fixed. And I know that that can be frustrating, but I will tell you that I've recently been grinding Halo Infinite quite a bit, and I've been having a lot of fun. And here's my secret. You want to hear what it is? I took a big fucking break. I literally stopped playing Halo Infinite for probably about a month. Now, of course, I still created Halo content and I still really zoned in on the problems in Halo Infinite and did VOD reviews and listened to the community. So I wasn't completely out of Halo, but I wasn't playing and grinding it every single day. I would hop on every once in a while. But as far as ranked grinding, as far as trying to, you know, play fucking 20 games a day, I wasn't doing any of that anymore. I wasn't interested in doing those things, and I didn't like take a break for 3 days either and then jump back in, because I think that that happens a lot with players where they stop playing because they're like frustrated or they're annoyed at 343 or whatever, but then they play it again and then they get more frustrated instead of taking a complete break, a complete refresh, then jumping back in and things feel new and fresh and exciting. I liked the fact that when I jumped back into Halo Infinite Ranked, I felt rusty. I liked the fact that I felt like I was not playing very well. You know why? Because it gave me something to work at, something to work towards, and I liked that feeling. I always liked that feeling. But I think that there's a lot of people that just want these problems to be fixed right now, and I'm one of them, of course, but they're not gonna get fixed right now. So if you need to take a step back, you need to take a break, I would highly suggest it. I'm gonna be honest here, and I think that if 343 like announced that Halo Infinite was in a beta and it's gonna shut down for the next, you know, month and a half, and then no one could play it, like no one was allowed to play Halo Infinite, and then all of a sudden the game launched again with all these new features and stuff like that, everyone would be hyped again. Everyone would be excited because they haven't been able to play Halo. It's like the forced break, right? I'm not saying they should do that, but I am saying that Halo Infinite is actually fun. It's still a really fun game. The gameplay is solid, and some of the big problems that I have already been fixed. One of the biggest ones being the ping problem. I played a whole bunch of games, and I never got over 40 ping. That was incredibly exciting to me because I was very frustrated before when it felt like the majority of my games, or at least half my games, were on like 150 ping or more. And I understand that some of you in other regions are still suffering from that problem, but for the big regions based on our analytics that play Halo, specifically North America, y'all aren't dealing with that problem. And that's good. I think that's incredibly good. And I think that that was one thing that needed to be fixed, or else ranked was almost unplayable. And now it is, and it's incredibly fun to grind. I know that there's a lot of negativity going on in Halo Infinite, but I do want to talk about what makes Halo, the core gameplay, so fun and engaging. And it really comes down to how different it is from a lot of games on the market. And you might be thinking, hey, it's not really that different, but when I look at all the other games that I play and grind, a game like Valorant is fun and well-tuned and it's 5v5, but the time to kill means the game is completely different. There's a lot less room to outplay in the middle of combat, as opposed to Halo, where there's a lot of intricacy in the fight itself. Now, you could go and hop over to another game like Apex that has that longer time to kill, that intricacy in the fight, but that's a battle royale. And in my opinion, battle royales have a ton of fundamental flaws as far as fairness and consistency. And you could get RNG'd with loot because there's a random number generator involved in loot gathering. You could get third-partied or fourth-partied, and that's never fair because you're not taking an enemy like in a fair and balanced, isolated manner. You're taking it in an open sandbox where people could jump in and you could get shot from a far-ass distance, someone that's not even in your fight, and ruin your 1v1 or ruin a duel that you would have won. So I like the intricacy of the fighting in Apex, but the battle royale element takes me out of it. So what I'm saying is that Halo Infinite fills that perfect type of game for me, when it's a longer time to kill with the ability to outplay people in the mid fight with grenades, with thrusters, with your aim, whatever the case may be, because the duels go on for quite a bit of time and you get to heal if you dip out of a duel for a certain amount of time. And it doesn't have all of these other downsides that I still enjoy these other games, but Halo Infinite is that game for me. It's the game that when it becomes perfectly optimized, perfectly tuned, it has all of the hype and content, it will be my game. And that's the thing. Halo Infinite is special in that regard, and it's always been that way. I mean, the formula is not anything new. It's been this formula forever. Halo Infinite is still Halo, and I love it, and I love this game. And even with all these new games coming out, at the end of the day, it's still Halo for me. So if you're frustrated about Halo, and you're a little pissed off, and you're a little tilted, or whatever the case may be, I would suggest taking a 2 to 4 week break from Halo, and then hopping back in. And by then, the game will feel fresh, you'll have fun again, and then not too far from that point, new content will arrive. So that's what I would suggest, but if you're still dead set on climbing and dominating, you gotta go to the GameLeap website down below for in-depth VOD reviews, map guides, character courses, and so much more. Do yourself a favor and go check it out right now down below.